Hi, today we want to talk to you about a really exciting topic, what we see in terms of innovation coming around the bend in the next few years. And to get our conversation started today, Doug, 2020 has been a really rough year for a lot of people. A lot of people are excited for 2021 to be here. But are there any key takeaways from 2020 that were maybe positive?
Well, yeah, there are. So if we go back and look at the Great Depression, everyone thinks of the Depression, it was a bad time as far as economics, but it was actually the golden age of aviation. And what we saw then is wings were developed and engines were developed that we use in aviation today, every day. Then again, if you go to the great dot-com bubble, you'll see that at the end of the dot-com period, Tesla actually got started in 2003. So in every major downturn, there is new companies and new innovation that comes out. COVID has caused a lot of problems for us, but a lot of these companies have developed solutions. So, for example, the way we do business, working remotely like we do now, and other companies are doing that. And then Zoom parties, using software to be able to work and socialize, has changed and brought that forward. And then this vaccine that's been developed by several companies is a new vaccine. It was developed faster than any other vaccine ever was developed, and it's going to change the way all future vaccines are developed. All of that has led to a lot of excitement and opportunities.
It's definitely exciting, I think. So it sounds like we're really entering a new era then. I mean, it's almost reminds me of the Jetsons, it feels so futuristic, but we're right here.
Yeah, I think the Jetsons are here, but I agree with what you're saying. If you go back to Stone Age, the Iron Age, the Industrial Revolution, when those ages started, the people who were living didn't realize they were in those ages. So that's kind of where we're at now. When you look back in history, we'll know it was the beginning of whatever they call this age, but we're at the base of a new age, I believe, and it's going to affect our economy for the next 25 or 50 years.
So what are some of the areas, especially for investing, that you see areas of growth and innovation?
Well, there's 6 key areas. There's blockchain, there's genomic revolution, there's quantum computers, there's robotics, energy storage, and artificial intelligence.
Do any of those 6 stand out to you as especially good for investments?
Yeah, I think the big grower and the most opportunity will come from the genomic revolution. If you can imagine through DNA editing that they've been able to, or they will be able to cure sickle cell anemia, they'll be able to cure diabetes. Already they've taken mice and basic primates, and they've been able, a mouse born without vision, through DNA editing, they're able to give them a vision and be able to see. And it's not very far down the road that we'll be able to do that with a newborn baby.
It's wild.
Yeah, it really is.
And so we can be a part of that in a sense through our investments, right? I mean,
right. And if you can imagine, there's going to be a genomicist. You're going to have one, and I'm going to have one. And basically, we go and see them, kind of like you see your doctor, and they're going to study your DNA, and they're going to see if there's any problems in your DNA, and then they'll be able to edit and fix it, any issues that you have. For example, they might find that you have stage 1 cancer, and through DNA editing, they're going to be able to cure your cancer very quickly. It is wild.
So do you think that this area, or one of these 6 areas, is going to be the area where we find the next FANG stock?
I do. We should explain. FANG stands for Facebook, Apple, Netflix, and Google. And when they first came out, people didn't know their names either, but now they're everyday names. In the next 5 or so years, the leading genomic engineering companies will be everyday names for us in the near future, and that's where the real opportunity of growth is in those new genomic leaders and engineering firms.
So I'm wondering, because politics have really dominated 2020 in a way, Do you think the political climate going forward will impact the innovation that you've described here?
I don't. Basically, the president and Congress has little impact on the economy or the stock market. They like to take more credit than what they deserve, but I don't think they have the impact. The key person is really the Fed and Chairman Powell of the Fed. And in the last year, he has increased money supply by 25%. He's got interest rates near zero. That allows for these great technology companies to have ways of getting financing to be able to develop these new products. And Powell said he's going to keep interest rates low for probably the next 3 years. So I think we're at a base of a huge growth because of him, not so much the political leadership.
It's really interesting times we live in. We're really excited about these new areas for investing and would love to talk to you about any of them or your investment plan. Give us a call. Thanks.